New river. No rapids. Yeah, yay. Don't want no rapids. Just across the river over that way is a railroad track and the train station, train depot for Prince. Look at this crane. Is that a crane? Yeah. Heron. That's a heron. Great. Gray heron? Is that what it is? Oh boy, this is nice. And there's nobody on the river yet. Except me. How much nicer can you get, huh? Alright, better pay attention to what I'm doing. This is the walk-in area of the campground. Park in the parking lot, carry your camping gear into a site. It has tables. And you're right on the water. Look at that little float right there. One-man pontoon boat. Guess that's for fishing, maybe? Yeah, there's his fishing rod. I like these lazy cruises like this. Go with the flow. Well, maybe they don't have picnic tables. It's hard to believe that this was once sort of an industrial area with a string of towns along the river and coal camps, they called them. They were coal mines. And the railroad was what made it all possible. You could get in and out fast, easy, and you could ship coal in bulk easily. That's how much activity was going on. Now it's just quiet and peaceful. Forest has grown back. There's a ghost town called Royal. It's right along here somewhere. It was the first mine along the New River. there's the train station right over there. You can board a train in Washington, D.C. or Chicago, Illinois, and ride it to right here in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. Those big old diesels sure make a racket when they're sitting idling. Listen to that echo. I wonder how long that trestle has been there. Looks like the old style iron bridge. The bridge was built in 2015, the automobile bridge. It's a nice one. Nice, lazy, easy cruise down the New River. I'm guessing these are summer cottages. Watch out for those big rocks. I assume that was maybe a class 1. That's about all I'm good for nowadays. It's nice doing a lazy, easy float. Taking in the river and atmosphere. Have nice decks out on the river. Maybe those people live there year-round. Yesterday, it was 90 degrees. The river elevation here is about 1,200 feet. There's a log house. Looks nice. Look at the water plant. I don't know what it is. It almost looks like a moss or evergreen. Where's that moss? And that right there looks like an Indian paintbrush. The red. This is somebody's house right here. There's a highway right up there. Parallels the runway. And here's the house. They got a flag out. And look at this deck over here. I like that. I'm going down the shady side of the river. I have not seen much debris on the banks of the river, which is good. And no power boats. I don't know if that's because it's in the national park. I'm guessing that's why. Look at this deck here. Isn't that nice? Oh, it's two houses. Look who's here to greet me. It's a putty tat. Hello, putty tat. What you doing, huh? Checking me out? You want to go for a ride? Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Putty tat, come on over. Let me pet you. You can hop around on the stone. Come on, smile. I don't have far to go now, so I'm just goofing along. This deck got kind of grown over. What happened? Look at this unusual deck, shed, whatever you want to call it. Can't get away from those annoying weed eaters. I'm just slowly drifting down to the takeout point, which is not far down there. You can see it. Look at these steps. They look like they're made out of a railroad tie. Or not a tie, but a rail. Boy, that thing wouldn't wash away, would it? I'm lazy, cruising along. Look at the pile of rocks in the yard of that house. He had to have hauled those things in. Probably going to build a rock wall. Look at that tree. Unusual. Got a little, the main leader with little limbs and many leaders. This is nice and relaxing. Oh, that's my first barking dog. Look at this huge house. It's nice. I'm guessing these are full-time homes. All right, there's the takeout. I'm getting closer. Look at this hornet's nest on this vine. That's pretty cool. Swings back and forth. Here's the takeout. The town of Royal. There it is. No, it no longer exists. But it was a coal mining town that produced about 300 tons of coal each day. What was unique about it was it had this aerial tramway, and the buckets of coal, which each weighed a half a ton, went across the river to the railroad track to be loaded onto the train, coal trains, the C&O. Royal was the first mine in West Virginia to use an aerial tramway to transfer coal. This system, invented by a European engineer, was known as the Bleichert system. And the guys, the miners, would ride those coal cars to the mine, way up in the air. The empty ones. Here's one foundation. Looks like they have a trail down to maybe the center of town. Let's find out. So they got a rock wall right here. This really is a ghost town. There are no buildings left. And what is this? Let's see if I can get up here without slipping. It's a bit of a climb, for sure. And what could this be? Maybe it's some type of well house, storage house or something. Now let's see if I can get back down the hill without busting my butt. Okay, made it down without sliding or falling. Let's check out what else may be buried amongst the flora. There's some kind of it looks like tree roots, but what is that sticking out of the tree roots? Is that ties, railroad ties? Yeah, it's just a tree that fell over. Hey, it goes down to the river. Might even be a campsite. So far I haven't seen very many stone foundations. I say it had a company store. Oh, it had a doctor that lived there, which was unusual in a coal camp. It had a pool room, church. Let's see, pool room, church. What else? Yeah, it's a campsite. People probably come down here and set up camp right here. That's a nice spot. Got lots of privacy. Now, this is a national preserve and park, so you can, they do have dispersed camping, but they have rules about it. You have to be a certain distance from water, I think. Well, sounds like a train coming. Let's hear that whistle. Maybe it's going up the hill, up the river. Sounds like it's going further away instead of coming in to the bridge. Okay, so they have a church, theater, school, pool room. This is interesting history. This was open from 1891 to 1928. And then it closed. And mining coal is hard and hazardous work. And in 1902, Royal Miners participated in a National United Mine Workers of America sponsored strike. When the non-union workers were brought to replace the union miners, snipers from across the river at Prince fired upon them. In 1903, 142 strikers passed through Royal as they marched from Quinemont up Piney Creek to Atkinsville near Beckley. Then at Stanford City, the strikers were drawn into a gun battle in which 7 were killed. The battle ended efforts by the United Mine Workers of America to organize the New River Field for 10 years. Here's some more of the town of Royals. Don't see much else.